Hi, welcome to CBSE NCERT Helpline. Today we will discuss Chapter 6, Life Process of Class 10th. So please like my video and subscribe my channel. Now, what is life? Earth happens to be the only known planet having life. So there are beings which live and die and become part of the nature again. So what is life process? Basically, maintenance of living organism is very much essential, even if they are moving, resting, or even sleeping. So the process which together perform the function of the maintenance of life are called as the life process. So in this, nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion are the examples of essential life process. So as we know that there are two types of organism. One is single cellular and other is multicellular. So in single cellular or unicellular organism, all these processes are carried out by that single cell. But in multicellular organism, well-developed systems are present to carry out the process. Nutrition. What is nutrition actually? To maintain the life process, we need nutrition of food. So there are different type of nutrition. One side it is autotrophic, another side it is heterotrophic, saprotrophic, parasitic and holozoic. So nutrition is what? Nutrition basically a process to transfer a source of energy from outside the body of the organism, which we call the food, to the inside. A process we commonly call as nutrition. So first is autotrophic nutrition. If an organism can nourish itself by making its own food using sunlight or chemicals, such mode of nutrition is called as autotrophic nutrition. So plants and some bacteria lie in this category. So plants photosynthesize using sunlight. Photosynthesis is the process to make food of plants in presence of sunlight are called the photoautotrophs, and few bacteria use chemical to derive energy are called chemoautotrophs. Now see what is photosynthesis. In this diagram you can easily understand when a plant takes the energy in the form of light, then to make its food, then this type of process called the photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is important process by which food is formed. The plant make food using sunlight and water, which provide the nourishment to these plants. So what happens in this process? The chlorophyll that present in the green part of the plant that absorb light energy, and this light energy is converted into the chemical energy, and that is used to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Further, hydrogen is then used to reduce carbon dioxide into carbohydrates, typically called as glucose. So chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis and stomata facilitate intake of the carbon dioxide. So this equation represents the formation of glucose with the help of carbon dioxide and water. C6CO2 plus 12H2O gives you C6H12O6. This is the glucose plus 6H2O plus 6CO2. Stomata. Stomata are basically a small tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves that helps in exchange of gases. So with the help of stomata, massive amount of gases exchange takes place in the leaves through these pores for the purpose of photosynthesis. The plants closes these pores when it is not need carbon dioxide for the photosynthesis, and the opening and closing of the pores is a function of the guard cell. So stomata is very important part during the photosynthesis. Now heterotrophic nutrition. In this nutrition, organism depends upon the other organism for food survival. So we can say all animals and fungi and non-photosynthesizing plants are heterotrophic. Next is saprotrophic nutrition. In this type of nutrition, some organisms feed dead and decaying organic matter. So this mode of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. So in this saprotrophic nutrition, the food is partially digested outside the body and then it is absorbed. So fungi, basically yeast and mushrooms, lies in the category of saprotrophic nutrition. In parasitic nutrition, so in this nutrition, all organisms live on the body or in the body of a host organism and derive the nutrients directly from the body of the host. So parasites depends either wholly or partially on the host of the nutrition. So leech is an ectoparasitic while ascaris is an endoparasitic. Cuscata, that is also called the amabile, ticks, lice is a parasitic plants. Next is holozoic nutrition. So in holozoic nutrition, the animals take food as a whole is called the holozoic nutrition. So basically the single cellular organism having a holozoic nutrition. So the example of that, an amoeba and paramecium having a holozoic nutrition. So how it will take the nutrition? So see in this diagram, amoeba is there, nucleus is there, so one food particle is there. The temporary finger-like structure, that is called the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia, it swallowing the food particle using pseudopodia, and this process is called as phagocytosis. So the swallowing food gets enclosed in a food vacuole. As the food vacuole passes through the cytoplasm, digestion, absorption and assimilation takes place. So when the food vacuole opens to outside, agitation of the undigested food takes place. So next है nutrition in paramecium. So paramecium is also exhibit holozoic nutrition. However, they have cilia that helps them to swallowing the food through the oral groove, and a food vacuole is created enclosing the food. It moves through the cytoplasm and the process is called cyclosis. Food digested in the food vacuole is absorbed by the cytoplasm. Finally, undigested food is given out to a tiny pore that is called the anal pore or cytophyte. So we have seen already different types of nutrition: autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic, saprotrophic, parasitic, holozoic nutrition, and we have already seen the examples of that. Now we'll see how the nutrition takes place in human beings. So human beings are omnivorous. Omnivorous means they can eat plant-based food as well as animal-based food. So being more complex, humans have a very complicated nutrition system. So the digestive system has an alimentary canal and associated digestive glands, which together function to nourish the body. So there are 5 stages in human: nutrition, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and agitation. So 4 stages, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption and agitation, takes place in alimentary canal, while assimilation of the foods takes place in the whole body. So first we will see what is alimentary canal. Alimentary canal in human being is a long tube of varying diameter. So it starts with mouth and ends with the anus. Esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine are the parts of the alimentary canal. So first of all, when we take the food, it will get into our mouth, and you can say mouth is the opening of the alimentary canal, and that can help in the digestion of food. So mouth also have vacuole cavity which is present behind the mouth, and vacuole cavity has teeth and tongue. The purpose of the teeth is to helps in mastication of the food, and tongue has a taste bud on it that helps in the tasting of the food. So mouth have also salivary glands opens which can produce the saliva. So you can say the process of digestion initiated in the mouth. After mouth, the food is going into the esophagus. So what is the purpose of esophagus? And it is also called as food pipe. So after swallowing the food, that while we are taking the food from mouth, it will get into the esophagus. So it is a muscular tube about 25 centimeter long, and at each end it has the valve. So the function of this esophagus tube or food pipe is to transport food and fluid after being swallowed from the mouth to the stomach. After esophagus tube, food get into the stomach. Stomach is basically a thick walled bag like structure. So it receives food from the esophagus at the one end, and it opens on the small intestine at the other end. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juice. So hydrochloric acid basically helps in partial digestion of the protein and also kill the harmful bacteria. So mucus secreted by the walls of the stomach resists the action of the HCl on itself. After stomach, food get into the small intestine. So the small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It is about 20 feet long in humans. So it has three regions. One is duodenum, second is jejunum, and the third one is ileum. So duodenum, the region which follow the stomach, jejunum is the middle part, and ileum is the later region which continues further into the large intestine. The internal surface of the small intestine having some finger-like projections, that is called the villi, and most of the chemical digestion and absorption takes place in small intestine only. After that, food get into the large intestine. This is your large intestine. Large intestine in human is about 5 feet long, and it has two regions. One is colon and second is rectum. So the region of large intestine after ileum is called the colon, while the last part is called the rectum. Colon also have three regions: ascending colon, transverse colon and descending colon. So it houses, large intestine basically houses many useful bacteria required for digestion of food, and rectum opens to the outside of the anus. There are some digestive glands present: salivary glands, gastric glands, liver, gallbladder, pancreas are few digestive glands which is used to help the digestion of the food. So salivary gland basically secretes saliva which initiate the digestion in the mouth itself. Gastric glands present in the wall of the stomach that secrete hydrochloric acid and enzyme pepsin. The liver secretes bile which is stored in the gallbladder while help in digestion of the fat. The pancreas secretes many digestive enzymes and its secretion is called as pancreatic juice. Enzymes like typin, chymotrypin, lipase, amylase are present in the pancreatic juice. So this is the digestive system of human beings which provide the nutrients and energy to the human body. Thank you for watching my video.